Once there was a farmer who loved his orchard more than anything. Each year his trees bowed with ripe, glossy apples, the kind people talked about for miles. He would walk among the rows and feel a quiet pride settle in his chest. One morning, walking his dog before sunrise, he paused beneath his favorite tree and felt a prick of worry. Near the very top, where the branches met the sky, hung a single blackened apple. It looked sick and stubborn, clinging to the limb like a bad thought that wouldn't leave. If that spreads, he thought, it could ruin everything. Fear tightened his hands. He dashed to the shed, grabbed a long pole, and came back determined to save the harvest. He jabbed and prodded at the rotten apple, but the pole couldn't reach. In the struggle, a few perfect apples lost their balance and tumbled down, bruising on the ground. Frustrated, he tried something else. He fetched a slingshot and fired again and again at the stubborn fruit. Each miss sent more good apples bouncing onto the soil, their bright skins scuffed and wasted. His aim grew worse with every try. Then he thought, maybe a good shake will do it. He pushed, he heaved, he shook the trunk until his shoulders burned. Yet the one spoiled apple held on. More healthy fruit rained down, dented and rotten from the fall. Days passed, and that single blemish haunted him more than the rest of the orchard ever had. His mornings began with scanning the tree, his afternoons filled with schemes to remove that tiny danger. The more he chased it, the more the rest of his crop suffered. At last, in a fit of impatience, he went for a saw, ready to lop off the whole branch to be rid of that one bad apple. He raised the blade and for the first time really looked. The canopy was almost empty. The tree that had once been full and shining now wore wounds of his own making. The broken, trampled apples on the ground were proof. He lowered the saw slowly. The irony landed heavier than the morning sun. In trying to protect everything from one small fault, he had destroyed what he loved most. So the farmer sat under the tree, counted the apples that remained, and realized how many gifts he had been ignoring while chasing a single mistake. He picked a fresh apple, bit into it, and let the sweetness remind him there was still plenty to be grateful for. The lesson is simple. When you fixate on one small wrong, you can lose the many rights that already surround you. Look up, count the good apples, and let gratitude keep your hands gentle.